Hello, beautiful soul. Welcome back to our channel. You are Unconditional Love. And in today's video, we're gonna share like a so important topic is sexual energy and sexual life. Whether you are single or in relationship, this is really gonna be such an important topic for you because we're gonna share a lot about how sexual life work for a man and a woman. And we being guided to share this with you because this is really so sensitive topic and so important because a lot of women out there, they giving themselves out and give their power away. And we were just talking, me and Ludmila, about that how women can just follow what men desire without even saying no. This is why we want to call this video the energy of no, and when to say no to sex and how to master the sexual energy.
Yeah, would you like me to continue?
Yeah.
So, dear ladies, especially I'm speaking to you, but I think also like the whole takeaway is also for men. It's not very comfortable topic for me, to be honest, but I think it's time to bring this up and to hold this frequency. As a woman who has been in the relationships very often holding and allowing men to use my body with the wrong intentions, I learned a lot of lessons. And this is also very important for all of us women to really come back to the inner wisdom and to the truth of not allowing our body to be misused. There are certain situations where you clearly see that your body is being misused, but very often, especially in the relationships, is actually happening like little subtle manipulation that we as women often don't even see or don't even want to admit that we have something like that. And talking about my previous experiences and certain relationships in the past, because I wanted to have peace at home and not being in the argument with my ex-partners, I would open up my body, I would hold, and I would allow men with the wrong intentions to come into my field and to be very, very deeply connected through intimately. And the important thing,
let's say that's coming from a wrong intention, coming from a wrong energy. This is what now was coming through me, that always women gonna feel what man gonna come from what energy, and they always say yes because they are afraid to be betrayed or to lose their man, or just to not being seen. It's all coming from the womb, but you will feel what kind of energies that the man gonna come from, because you always feel. And if you feel certain subtle energy coming from a man intention, not pure intention, because always sex has to happen from a place of love, place of connection, because any other intention gonna cause you to receive a wrong energy within your body, which can cause you pain in your body, misalignment, and put you in a frequency which is gonna be lower than your frequency. If sex didn't come from a place of love, because it's a deep connection, sexual energy is so sacred, and the body of the woman is holding a lot, and it's sacred place. So if you want to enter this place, if the man want to enter this place, it need to come from a place of love, not place of lust, not place of wound, not place of subtle energy. And this is what we were talking about how women can receive man, because women gonna be navigated man energetically sometimes for the energy, and she need to stand up for herself and say no to the subtle energy and yes for the aligned energy. So this is what one of the program that women were being programmed about in this culture, that to say yes to the man for whatever they need, in order just to not being hurt, not being betrayed. And this is the story of most of the women. But if women stand up and follow the energy, follow the navigation, because she feels, and say no, actually you are helping your man to heal.
Yeah.
And you are helping yourself to stand up for your frequency, for your power, and hold yourself.
Yeah, it is very important, because otherwise we are not just causing ourselves the pain, but sometimes the pain is like the last step. But before that comes something what is like the desensitivation, like you are getting less and less sensitive, and that's where your body is showing you something is off. And this has been my case, and I was trying to lie to myself and pretend that everything was okay in the relationship, but it was not. Because I felt certain men in my past, they came to receive, not to give. And there is nothing wrong with receiving, but it needs to be a natural cycle of giving and receiving.
Exactly.
And always, you know, there are like 3 stages where women are usually at. Once they're like, no, I don't even want. Then the stage is like, I don't really want, but I am okay if you get in. And then there is the stage, I really want you. And as a collective consciousness, or the collective consciousness level, we are finally shifting into the vibration as women to get into the energy, I want to. Not just, oh, okay, I don't mind that, or, oh my gosh, okay, I'm gonna allow you because I want the peace at home. So for us as women, it's very important to be ready for whatever consequences our no is gonna be creating. It might create that the partner is gonna be angry. It might create that there is gonna be the end of the relationship. It might create that it's gonna come to cheating. But as Ahmed said, you really need to stay true with yourself, because through that you are helping your partner to evolve, and yourself as well. I do believe that it's definitely not the source or the God's will for any of us to be in the dynamic where the 2 people are not growing and evolving because one of them is being quiet. And this is usually woman. So woman is there also to challenge the man, to show him where the truth stands in these cases, when she speaks up and stands up for herself and says, hey darling, I don't really feel like having sex, and I feel like there is something off in the intention. Can we please speak about that? It doesn't mean that we need to be sharp, but we want to get the man to speak about this. And this is also very important to see his response. If he's going to be defensive and if he's going to be pushing through, maybe you need to reconsider whether this is the relationship you want to stay in. So it is up to you and your individual source journey to be ready to let go of the person, to step out of the relationship if this is constantly happening to you. Because I do not believe that this is God's will for us. Neither for us as a woman, for our body to be misused, neither for the evolution of the man you are with. So really reconsider how you are navigating your life when it comes to sexual life, whether you can communicate, if this is the situation, whether you can communicate and improve things with your partner, so you really only have the intimate connection with him, the sexual connection from the highest frequency, and whether this is the right person with whom you can move towards this direction, or you might need to let go. And then the question is whether on the soul level you are ready to let go. But to listen to the God's will is, or to the internal will, because that's the same, the God is still the energy within us. It's so important for your own evolution and for the evolution of your partner, even if it doesn't look like in that moment like that, and even if the partner might be really, really angry about your response.
And I would like to say something about this. If you stand up for this truth and you stand up for yourself, because now I feel the energy is navigating us mostly to women, because they are mostly facing this problem that actually you are helping your man and you are helping yourself to stand up for that truth. Because once you will not let any energy coming to your field, if the man really are willing to work on himself and on this energy, this is the relationship that you need. And if not, you need to let go, because this is not your man, and you need to know that. So if you stand up for yourself and set boundaries and say no to the energy, because you feel the energy, and like us, like we feel both the energy. This is why we are working through this. This is why we are here, just to guide you, because I feel what energy is there and she's feeling, and if we don't feel aligned, we know and we know how to manage with the energy. But if you're a man not willing to work on this energy and himself and not do the what we call self-reflection, this is not the relationship, and you need to be willing to let go. It's okay, because if you stand up for the truth, maybe he gonna reject one time, second time, maybe he gonna come back the third time and say, yes, I'm wrong, I'm gonna work on that. But if this keep continuing and he left you or whatever, just you need to let go, you knowing that you stand up for your truth. And this is something really important, because we see this in different culture, and women are just giving their power away, giving their self away, just to, again, to please men, to just, feel safe.
Absolutely, and I know how hard it might be for you as a woman, because most of the relationships in my past, I was the one that was holding. So I know it might not be comfortable, but the moment you start choosing yourself, universe is gonna align you with the right partner. So you can trust me that if there is a person who is right now mistreating your body, and you feel this is not your soul navigation, which I guess most of you feel, there is going to be someone out there that is going to be treating you fully differently. You need to align yourself with trusting that this is the best thing that God has for you, that you can give to yourself, and and to take the risk, or to stand up for yourself, or to leave when it's necessary.
Exactly. I want to share something as well for men, because this also was one of my story before. I was just driven by lust with whatever relationship I was at. But I started to work on my sexuality and sexual energy, and knowing that this is really a sacred energy that is not here to be driven by the energy of lust. Because the energy of lust, even if you are a woman as well, sometimes it's being driven, but mostly man driven by the energy of lust, which is the energy actually allow other entity, other low vibration frequency to come into the field, which makes the sex not really coming from a higher perspective, coming from a low frequency. And this actually, I love to call the sexual energy, the sexual connection is just to connect you with the divine, to feel like one whole with the divine. So if you are bringing any other energies to the sexual life, it will disconnect you from your true power, disconnect you from the divine, disconnect you from who you truly are, and put blocks in your body. So this is why it's so important to master the sexual energy, and to know that the sexual energy is really the higher vibrational energy, one of the highest vibration energy in the universe, and it need to be treated from a place of love, not a place of lust, and it need to be mastered. This is how you're gonna enjoy sexual life. This is how you're gonna connect more with your partner, and this is how actually you're gonna live more in alignment, not only with yourself but with the relationship.
Yeah, and I think you're also doing a course about that, right?
Yeah, there's a course that's coming soon called The Heart Orgasm, which gonna be all about sexual energy, how to master sexual energy, and how to open your heart for sexual energy, to use it for a higher purpose. Because I'm gonna teach you in this course that 5% actually of sexual energy is going for sex, but 95% is going for magic. Because if you master sexual energy, you're gonna master your life. And all of this gonna come soon in details through my course, The Heart Orgasm.
I love that, and I really appreciate Ahmed and all the men that are having all this understanding. As a woman, it truly makes me feel safe and beautiful, having by my side the men, or also between my friends, men who understand that intention is everything. And I also have a lot of understanding for men, for their cravings and everything. That's why seeing the men who are really mastering this energy and who are working on their sexual energy and lust, and trying to do everything so that they can have harmonious relationships where they truly love their partners and can bring the best out of themselves, means a world to me. So I would like to not just encourage but also appreciate all the men out there that are doing that work, because it means a lot to us as women. So thank you. And also all the women who are ready to say no.
Thank you.
Thank you, darling.